The Air Jordan 3 A Ma Manie returns, but in a brand new colorway, and man, these are awesome. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and breakdown on these bad boys right here. This is the Air Jordan 3 A Ma Manie, While You Were Sleeping.
I love that movie.
It's a movie?
Yes.
Is it a comedy? Or not
it's
a comedy?
A romance.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I was trying to say rom-com.
Or a rom-com.
It is a rom-com, okay.
But yeah, it has Sandy, Miss Sandra Bullock, and the dad from Casper is so good.
I'll believe you.
A man, he falls into the tracks, he has amnesia, she helps him, she's been in love with him forever, and then it turns out she's actually soulmates with the brother.
Spoiler? I clearly haven't seen this.
It's happening, date night this weekend.
Ah.
Fudge. Only I didn't say fudge.
All right, so these are a really interesting shoe, mainly because they follow one of the more popular A Ma Manie releases or collaborations with Jordan Brand. I do not know the name of these. I'm sorry, I don't remember all of this stuff. The names are like in and out of my brain faster than they release. But basically, this was the first launch, and people went crazy over these. I was unable to grab a pair. Thank you to a friend of mine for letting me borrow these so that we can compare them to the brand new pair. And there are, I'm not gonna say lots of changes, but there are definitely changes on these that I find to be like really fascinating. It just kind of shows the evolution of the brand, and I don't mean A Ma Manie, I mean Jordan Brand, because the way that they do their more premium style releases, their craft releases and things like that, you can see that they've implemented those things into now what is their, collaborative releases. And I really think that this is cool. Which one of these do I prefer? Just right off the bat, the white one really does hit different. These, when I pulled them out of the box to do the B-roll, yes, they're beautiful. They're made really well too. Materials are fantastic. But then I pulled this one out and I was like, these are fucking pretty, man. Like, this is just a pretty ass shoe. Now, most of the previous releases for the collaborative launches, the A Ma Manie stuff, have come in boxes like this. So it's got like the open top box, and then it's got this A Ma Manie sleeve on there. They almost all look the same, maybe slight variations to the colors of the box and things like that. But the ones that I at least own do come just like this. And one of the things that they've done right off the bat to show you that things have been elevated since then is with the packaging. This box is just, I don't know, like it feels like it needs music and lights and when you're opening it. It's weird. You need the... I'm not joking, like it feels like that. Like as soon as I was like, wow, this is impressive. Anyways, in the top of the lid right here, you just open this thing up, and not only are they wrapped in the paper, but they're also wrapped in this microfiber kind of cloth. Just super fancy dude. Awesome. Do I feel like all releases should be like this? Yes and no. I understand the desire to have everything be the same, but this is a collab, so to get certain treatments like the packaging, I do find that like that is okay to have be a little bit different and a little bit more elevated. There's other features in the shoe that I do wish were just standard. Specifically, the insole. The top liner is really nice. It's got the A Ma Manie logo that you saw on that like box lid, the logo that you see right here on the tongue. They even put it right behind the tongue and everything as well, not around the lining. That's a little bit different. But when you flip that insole around, what do you get? A real polyurethane insole. That is just something I feel like should be standard on everything. Anyways, the outsole. It's an original looking outsole because they feel like it, that's all. It's not an original colorway, not completely, mainly because it's original style color blocking despite it being a collab. So we've got the Nike branding on there instead of the Jordan branding. And then moving on up, it's a polyurethane midsole. It's very firm, so just keep that in mind. Inside that polyurethane midsole is an encapsulated 4-foot air sole unit, and then in the rear there's a visible air sole unit. The paint treatments obviously are very different between the two. I don't know which one I like more. I think I like them both kind of the same, although I still gravitate more towards this white pair only because I think I like the purplish hue that they put on the midsole, you know what I mean? Like this is like a really pretty color. This was very interesting because it's clearly painted yellow or sail or whatever you want to call it. And it's got kind of a light sheen to it, almost a satin finish, but then the black section is just straight up matte black. And that was like a really interesting contrast. And I tried to get it with the regular camera, but I just couldn't get it to focus in on this small little sliver, but you can see the white kind of like natural polyurethane poking through. So yeah, they definitely paint this yellow on there. I wonder why they don't just straight up dye it this color It's just something that I think is weird. Also, if you pull up the insole, there's a while you were sleeping little like Easter egg, and yes, it's on both shoes. Now moving on up, the upper is stated as being premium as far as sneakers is concerned, like the sneakers app. And I'm not willing to say that this leather is premium or anything like that, but the suede definitely feels like it. So does the wrinkled nubuck or the textured nubuck. That I love that, dude. Like this right here, this purpley like material. Now equipped in the shoe are black laces, however they do come with 2 extra sets, both of which are packaged separately. Different than the original release, which just came with this one set, at least that I know of because there's no other one in here, in a baggie instead of in one of those little cardboard boxes. Also attached to the shoe was a Nike Air hang tag, which is beautiful. That also came with the original release. And then this little cardboard thing that looks like that big old chocolate bar keychain that would come with some of the other releases. It says similar stuff on there, A Ma Manie branding, yada, yada, yada. That's similar but different to this one. This one's only one-sided and it's just a little bit different as far as like the overall structure and print and all that kind of stuff. It also is attached via bungee. Very interesting. And again, like I was saying before, the material that the tongue, the eye stay panel and the collar are made out of, this like textured nubuck, it's so nice. Like I just want to touch it all the time. Same thing with the suede. The suede at the heel and the toe, where typically you see elephant print. It's just a really thick and hairy suede. It looks really cool. It feels really good on top of that. It's not exactly the same as this one right here, the white pair, but it's very close. It's a little bit of like a lighter shade on the white. At least that could just be the color of the upper, like my eyes. But either way, both look awesome. There is a Nike Air tab on the back because, again, like the outsole, Jordan Brand is doing what they want. So they're putting all the OG stuff on this instead of other colors, and yeah. They're trying to keep things consistent, but it ends up confusing some people instead. So non-original colorways, at least modern versions, now come with Jumpman Air on the rear. Original colorways come with Nike Air on the rear. And then collabs will often come with Nike Air as well, but they can also feature co-branding, which is what these guys do on the tongue. Now the internal is quilted, just like the original pair, but they're both different. And I'm also noticing right now that the original comes with an ortholite insole, not a polyurethane insole. So yeah, whatever they're doing, I like it. I like the new direction that they're going in. I will say that I like this construction a little bit more, but I'll show you what I mean right now. So this right here is the original. This is kind of right around when they started like really remastering or reshaping the shoe. So you can see that they've done the original feature, which is rolling the tongue into the liner right there. And the liner behind the tongue and around the collar is all quilted. And then this area is just kind of standard, you know, construction and stuff like that. Whereas the new one, it's all the new style, like the new way that they do their premium releases, which is just straight up rough cut. And it's rough cut around the edging as well. It's very much thinner as far as padding goes between the two, but still quilted. I do like this quilt a little bit more, like the material, it feels more premium. This one kind of feels a little cheap, but it's neither here nor there. And again, the liner is different, whereas it's got the same like kind of sock liner, little like, I don't know what that is, I don't know what to call it, tapestry. But yeah, I really like what they've done with both of them. I think that they're both really unique despite them being within the same family. Now, as far as fit is concerned, they do fit true to size. Whatever you typically wear with your Air Jordan 3s, that is what I would recommend. As far as where they're gonna be available, it's been a staggered release, which has been very weird. So if you've already hit, then you're good. But if you haven't, they're still going to be releasing on sneakers, although that would probably be impossible for most people unless you're a bot. And then if you were interested in grabbing these in store, make sure that you talk to your local mom and pop shops, your local boutiques, your local neighborhood door stores specifically. Because if you're here in the Sacramento or Elk Grove area, you're gonna wanna hit up Phenom, because they're actually gonna be carrying these bad boys right here. And that's pretty cool. I do not know their launch procedures, so make sure that you follow them on social. It's simply at Phenom916. Now, with all that being said, do we happen to have time for a question of the day? And
yes.
Why are you looking at me like that? Because is this gonna be a f***ed up one?
No, it's because I'm taking creative liberties. Since we already talked about rom-coms in the beginning of this video, and our audience has proven that they do show up for movie-related questions.
Okay.
I would like to pose the question, what is your favorite rom-com? And if you can't admit to having a favorite, what is a rom-com that you have seen and enjoyed?
The first one that comes to mind might be one of my favorites, and it's 50 First Dates.
That's a good one.
It's just, it really is. Adam Sandler, first off, is hilarious, but it's Doug. That's his name, right? The brother with the lift?
Yeah.
The lift, like this guy?
What are you talking about? I use an herb supplement that we purchased at any health food store. Check this out. Check out these glutes. Rock hard, baby. Pretty sweet, huh?
That fool kills me every time, dude. So like, I think that that might be one of my just not even including rom-coms, just one of my favorite movies. It's so funny, it's so good, it does tug at the heartstrings. Now that I'm thinking about it, Adam Sandler might be the GOAT of rom-coms.
Him and Drew Barrymore have pure chemistry.
Yes, because what was the other one? The Wedding Singer? Yeah, so like that one's another great one. Yeah, I don't know what else is out there. I'd need to list, and then I'd be like, oh yeah, I really like that one. I like just the first ones that come to mind are those two. What about you?
In the past, it would have been Dirty Dancing or Pretty Woman.
Dirty Dancing is a rom-com?
I mean, it's definitely...
Are you sure?
I mean, I guess it's not comedic enough.
No, that's not comedic at all. There's a couple of jokes, but it's like not like, I'm not laughing my ass off throughout the whole thing.
So what would you consider it?
It's like a drama and a
coming of age?
A romantic story. Like,
okay, fine.
What do you call those? A dramedy? Or it's not a dramedy, but like, you know what I mean? So like, I don't find that movie to be very funny.
I love it.
Like I said, there's like funny moments, but like
I quote that movie all the time. Like,
but that's
I carried a watermelon.
No,
like,
to argue your point, Marvel movies have that level of humor,
I mean,
but they're not comedies.
And they're not romance. I mean, they might have a love lady, but it's not a romantic movie.
I don't know.
Anyways, I really want to talk
about... Wasn't he trying to get, like, Swayze and her? Like...
Oh, I thought you were talking about Marvel still.
Oh, no. I'm talking about Dirty Dancing. Like,
nobody puts baby in the corner. Anyways,
so, yeah,
I don't want to talk about Dirty Dancing right now.
Okay.
My number one pick, if I had to, is it's an old movie, but I discovered it only in the last couple years, and I've watched it a handful of times since because I love it so much. But When Harry Met Sally, it's so good.
That one's a very dry.
It's so good.
Yes, but it's very dry. It's an acquired taste.
It's so good.
You know what I mean? So, yes, it's very New York. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I love it.
I'm just saying, it's an acquired style of comedy where like some people just don't like that.
All I gotta say is Sandra Bullock, Meg Ryan, Julia Roberts, queens of the rom-com.
So is the movie with Julia Roberts the...
Big mistake. Big. Huge.
It's a rom-com?
Yes.
Okay. I think I don't know what a rom-com is. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I need to laugh more, but maybe I don't. I don't know.
You do.
No, I laugh all the time. I'm funny. Anyways, is Dirty Dancing a rom-com? I need to know.
Spaghetti arms.
So yeah, sound off below and let me know. On top of all that, let me know what you think about these down below in the comment section. Were you lucky enough to hit on a pair? And if you did you already receive them? And on top of that, if you wanted to let us know which one of these two is your favorite, that would be great. I'm still leaning towards the original pair, but this new one is no slouch. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We greatly appreciate it. We hope to see you on the next one. So until then, y'all have a good one.